In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my non-negotiables when it comes to becoming the woman of my dreams in 2025. These are my non-negotiables for 2025. And I really hope, did you take some time to write out your non-negotiables? Drop one non-negotiable that you're not playing with in 2025. I don't know about you, but I know this much about me. I am not playing with myself. I am not playing when it comes to becoming the woman of my dreams this year in 2025. I am ready to put in the work. I'm ready to build some new skills, to meet some new people, to get out of my comfort zone, to put in effort in so many areas of my life. And I really hope that you wish the same for yourself, but not only wish, but you're ready to put in some action. And today, trust me, after this video, you're gonna be like, oh, this is what I needed. This is gonna set you up because we're at the end of January. If you were sleeping on yourself in January, let's not make the same mistakes in February, okay? Because you're gonna watch this year swallow you up. And before you know it, it's gonna be 2026. Let's get into it. If you are new to the channel, also, I just wanna say to all my sisters here on YouTube, honestly, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for your encouraging words, your support, your love. I love that and I appreciate that so much. Let's get into my non-negotiables. Number one, in many scenarios that I've had recently and also in the past years, this is one thing that has been holding over me and possibly holding over you. Honey, our comfort zone. This is a non-negotiable for me in 2025. In order for me to become closer to the woman of my dreams, my higher self, your higher self, your comfort zone, you have to be willing to get outside and step out of the box, step out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you push yourself outside of what feels familiar, what is comfortable. Stepping outside of your comfort zone helps us to develop our skills, to face our fears, to build confidence. And I know many of you guys are looking at me like, girl, you are so confident. I can walk in many rooms and feel confident, and then I can walk into certain rooms and doubt myself, doubt if I am meant to be in that space. And so I know that I want to walk into every room knowing that I deserve to be there, knowing and feeling that I already know that I'm worth it. I already know that I have value regardless, but I want to make sure that I don't even entertain any fear or doubt that may be hindering me or stopping me or protecting me from getting outside of my comfort zone because it's a new space and it's not familiar to me. It's not familiar to my growth. So I want to challenge you and myself to do something weekly or monthly that forces you outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to say this because when I go to the gym, I'm usually like the only Black girl, or maybe there's one or two of us that's in the gym. I want to see some more Black girls in the gym. So if that means that some of y'all need to get outside of your comfort zone and join the gym, I just need all of my sisters doing something different. No matter what race you are, I need you to be doing something that's going to be so brand new and unfamiliar to you. So whether it's joining classes, going to the gym, joining some new workshops or seminars, then let's get ourselves outside of our comfort zone. Or maybe it's going out to eat by yourself or going to the movies by yourself. We really got to do something that it makes us uncomfortable because it's so unfamiliar. I shared with you guys recently, I did a fast. I'm going to speed this one up. I did a fast. I was invited to church and I was really hesitant to go for the prayer services. I was really hesitant to go. And then I finally went on the last day because it was the last day, and I regretted that I didn't go the other days because I was so fearful if I was going to be judged because of my history and my future. We're just not perfect, right? So I was doubting if I was meant to even be in that space. And then also I went back to church on Sunday and they put me at the front and I was like, oh my God, anxiety kicked in. And I was just like, I really need to just build my confidence a little bit more when it comes to just stepping in rooms and being secure in who I am, to know that I'm human. Everybody else who you think is judging you is human as well. And everyone's shit stinks. But another thing that I feel like will push me outside of my comfort zone is inviting myself or looking for events that is going on in my city or globally, because I can travel and going to those events and meeting new people while I'm there. I'm in the mood and the season to meet people beyond my circle, especially I've done my cutoffs, distancing myself from people who don't serve my future self. And now I'm ready to meet people. I'm ready to go to seminars. I'm ready to engage with people. I'm ready to be in a space with like-minded individuals, females or males that are ambitious, they're hardworking, they know how to rest, they know how to play. They're just genuine souls that are very authentic and they're not trying to live of the world. They're really confident in who they are. When you are confident in who you are, especially what you have in life and what you have going on for you, you will be way more receptive to other people because you're no longer going to look at them as a competition and rather, how can I contribute to this person so that I can help them or we can all grow, right? So that's the season that I'm in and I'm really excited for that. Number 2 is going to be one of my favorites, accepting the ugly phase. I feel like a lot of people, you see all this shiny stuff, you see the designers. Okay, that was my first Louis Vuitton bag and I worked 2 jobs. Let me go and try and find one of the outfits because I worked the second job to buy this bag when I was about 19, 20. I really wanted this bag. Couldn't afford it working one job. And I was living at home at the time. I was 20 years old. And I worked 2 jobs. The second job was literally like, I hated it so much. I hated the uniform. I was a waitress with both of the jobs. Just wondering what I got myself into with this uniform. It's not working out at the time and I hated the outfit so much, but I really wanted the bag. So when I saved up enough money, I quit that second job and that main job was my job for a while. So I quit my second job and then I bought the bag. But there's just been many times in my life where I had to go through the ugly phase. I want you to understand that there's going to be so much time for all the glam glitz, the designers, the fast cars, the fast life, the trips. And I just want you to know that you have to accept the ugly phase when you have to do the work, when you actually have to make the money, when you actually have to show up. You have to always accept the ugly phase. Before I even bought a Corvette, I was driving a Hyundai. Mind you, these are none of the cars that I had in Ontario. However, when I got to Calgary and I went through that breakup, I didn't have a car, right? I ended up moving in with my friend. She gave me a car to drive and use. When I moved out into my own space, I still didn't have a car. I was taking the transit here and I needed to get to the gym. I even got onto the transit one time, like maybe in one day, I went the opposite direction because I didn't know where I was going. So many moments where I was just like, if I already had a car, this would have been so much easier. And I feel like we see all these videos where people are in their dream apartment or buying their dream car and don't feel like you're behind. I want you to know that there's always an ugly phase that somebody has to hustle it out. And even when you get it, you still have to maintain it and hustle it out as well. But I started with a Hyundai. I'm going to show you guys a picture, the Hyundai, right? And then I bought a Jeep, not a Wrangler. I bought a damn mother vehicle. I bought this big ass Jeep because I was like, if I don't like it here, then I'm just going to drive my way back to Calgary. I'm going to drive my way back to Toronto. Sat in the Jeep for a little bit. And then one day I went into the dealership and I was like, I'm gonna trade this Jeep. I've had it for a while. It would take the cost down from any car that I buy. I'm not sure why I decided to get a Corvette, but there was many. And I saw this one and I was like, you know what? I want this. But I've been in Corvettes. That's the funny part. And I didn't even like them. And then one day I walked into the dealership and I'm like, I want this. So I picked it up and I got it. So I just want you to know that no, I didn't just show up with a Corvette. I actually went through an ugly phase and I'm okay with going through ugly phases. Another ugly phase that other people may go through is going to be weight loss, right? You're afraid of how people are going to perceive you when you're looking to lose some weight or gain some weight. I was on a scale of gaining weight. I was really fragile. I was malnourished looking. Men never chose me because my body was shaped literally the size of my wrist. That was my knee. That was my legs. And I was tiny and very insecure and very immature. And I was never chosen because I had to go through an ugly phase to also build my strength and develop my body, develop my mind. You have to go through an ugly phase in this world, and you are not going to always have it together, baby. Even when you get what you want, you still are going to want more. When I got the dream body, or when I developed my body, my glutes are strong. They're so big and perky. People always question me if they're real. When I go to the grocery store, women want to touch my glutes. Their husbands will be standing right there, and I'll be like, it's actually so funny when I get stopped, because everyone's like, oh my God, your body. But you know what? I had an ugly phase, okay? And I will still go through ugly phases because I'm a woman and hormones fluctuate, baby. So do emotions, and some days you're just not feeling yourself. Some weeks, some years, you're not feeling yourself. You fall off. Accept that there's an ugly phase. Get back up, baby. When you really want something, you need to work. You gotta work for it, period. Effort goes a long way. And in this world, many people don't want to admit that effort will take you far. And when you admit that maybe I lack in my effort, how can I apply effort in my life today? Which areas in my life can I apply this effort? It doesn't have to be all at once, but which one is going to grow you, add you, multiply whatever is going on in your life, okay? You apply some discipline and effort to your eating habits, you're gonna see noticeably difference in your physique, in your energy levels. And that right there is going to carry you to the gym or carry you to your home office where you can do your workouts consistently for at least 20 minutes. Because there's no reason why any female over 20 years old is out of breath and out of shape. Okay, and let me tell you something. Shape doesn't mean looking like your trainer. No, you do not need to look like me or anybody else on that Instagram page or anybody else. You need to find what works for you. And in this world, everybody's trying to get what everybody else has. You want you want because this person has it and because this person makes it look shiny. And when you get what you wanted, when you get something that somebody else has, let me tell you something. It's going to look better on them because that's what they wanted. It's not gonna look good on you or fit you or make you as happy as you thought that it would because it wasn't meant for you. You just wanted it because you saw that somebody else had it. Baby, you need to find your own happiness. Accept the ugly phase. Accept that you may have to work multiple jobs. Accept that you may have to stay up late sometimes just so that you can study, just so that you can meal prep. Accept that, honey, I don't always look like this. I got my wig off, my hair in cornrows. My man loves me because why would you not? I bring that energy. Like, you just gotta accept that not every day I have makeup on. I finally put some lashes on in my videos because honestly, I just wasn't feeling like putting on lashes for the longest time in these videos. But throughout the process of growth, it's not always gonna look smooth. It's not always gonna look linear, and it's not always gonna be pretty. It's so important to practice some self-compassion. I need y'all to drop me some love down in the comments when it comes to number 2, because I feel like I need y'all to hype all the women up. I need you to tell your sisters, absolutely all of us need this encouragement and reminder to know that, baby, you are human and you can do this. You got this. You can do this. You can push through. You can keep your head down and you can focus. When my mother was single and my father walked out, left her with 2 young babies, she kept a vision. She wanted to provide for her children. She never brought another man around. And my mom is still single till this day, and it's been over 25 years. God bless my mother. God bless my mother for being so strong mentally, physically, that she built her own business, bought her own house. She's an amazing inspiration for me when I'm discouraged, when I'm feeling like, oh, this is my ugly phase. There are other people out there who have it harder. My mother was an immigrant. She still has no family in Canada, right? I need you to stop complaining. I get it. We can complain here and there, but do your complaining for a few minutes or a day. But after that, I need you to wake up and realize that you got this. Sometimes you have to go through the ugly phase and go through some shitty ass managers and bosses. But listen, this is a season. The season will not last forever. Keep your head up. Keep your goals and your focus clear, and don't stop planning. But make sure you give your plans to God. period. Number 3 is setting boundaries with myself and setting boundaries with others. I talk about setting boundaries all the time. Let's get into it. Boundaries create space for self-respect and energy preservation, which is key to maintaining your peace and good health. Because how many nights have you lost sleep? How many times have you been just in your phone going at it, in your head going back and forth? That's not peace. I've been in many scenarios where I chose toxicity over my peace. And sometimes like my old self, I feel like she enjoyed that. But where did it get me in life? Absolutely nowhere, until I was finally redirected and guided towards better. Like God gave me an awakening. And now I don't play with my time, my energy, my peace. If you come with a whole hurricane, baby, I'm sorry. I will cut you off right away. If you don't respect my boundaries, there's many things that at the end of the day, you got one life to live. When you're not here, the world moves on without you. So you got to decide who's allowed to bring chaos and hurricanes into your life and who doesn't deserve to. There are going to be people on this earth that actually respect your boundaries. The only way people can respect your boundaries is when you are respecting your own boundaries. And it's important to be clear with what you can and cannot tolerate, whether that's in your personal life, with your partner, or in social situations. Over time, as I'm working on setting boundaries and expressing myself, I've learned to stay calm. I've learned to stay rooted in my values and my morals. When I'm talking to people, I talk with respect. I listen, I hear them, and then I express myself in a respectful way. I also show up in many areas of my life that shows that I don't play about myself. When I played about myself, people didn't take me seriously. And I also allowed a lot of people to just have their way in my life, waste my time, use my body, and use my energy. Also take from my energy, take from me. And once I started to realize that it was up to me to build myself, to have boundaries, to have borders, to protect myself, because everybody's looking for a protector and a provider. You got to be a protector and a provider for yourself first. And then you will align with someone who does it naturally. But also don't forget that the Most High is the actual provider and protector in this world, in this life. Whatever you want from somebody else, you need to be able to do that for yourself on the inside. And so if you don't know how to set boundaries and protect your energy and protect your space and express yourself, you just show people that you disrespect yourself, and it's okay for them to disrespect you. And if you want to become the woman of your dreams, honey, gotta decide what is standing in your own way, and usually it's you. So look in the mirror and just choose. No longer am I gonna be accepting this. I'm not tolerating this. This is not, you know what I mean? You can't just come over to my house and take up dust. You can't just come over to my house. I just want you to have a moment where you just think about a lot of things that you've tolerated. Some moments, some mornings you just wake up and you're like, I really just wasted my day or wasted my evening or wasted my night entertaining this when I could have been doing this. No, for real. If you don't call yourself out, you're going to watch your years go by, and before you know it, you're going to be old, regretting that you didn't live life on your terms or just 6 feet deep, because the world moves on. Number 4 is going to be time spent with God in my everyday routine. Now, whether you're religious or not, you can also spend time in your gratitude book, because listen, there's some mornings I wake up and I'm fearful and I'm doubtful, and I'm like, girl, look around you. You have so many things to be grateful for. What? When you've been putting in the work, even if it's slow, even if you're not seeing the results right away, even if, you know what I mean, you still have something to be grateful for. And that's kind of why I took my attention back from scrolling, because then I see a lot of things that I'm like, ooh, I could use that. I would love that coat. I would love those shoes. Oh, what a nice bag. I would, you know what I mean? But when I look at what I already have, girl, you have enough to make things work, to make things shake. You got enough. So it's really important to just spend some time, whether it's with God or the universe or in your books, or in your journals, just taking some time to write out, to talk to yourself, to express gratitude that is the only way that you can create an abundant life and a peaceful mind that is centered around, wow, I'm actually good. Why am I freaking out? Everything always works out. And really affirm this to yourself and reassure this to yourself, because it actually does work. Anytime I'm tripping, I'm girl, you're fine. You don't need to worry about 5 years down the line. You do need to be intentional today, but you do not need to be fearful for years to come. It's what you do today that your future self will be proud you started and committed to. I feel like having this as a non-negotiable in my life has created such a soft energy and aura in me this year and closer to the end of last year. But honestly, I just see that when I take more time to just reassure myself, I'm reading the word, I'm talking to God, you may be talking to the universe, writing in your journal, writing to your future self or to your younger self. It's actually so calming when you just stop and you're just like, wow, I'm alive. That is enough to be grateful for, that you can still make something of today, where there's many people who didn't make it to today. There's many people who don't have limbs. There's many people who can't walk, talk. You know, when my dad had a stroke, he couldn't move. You know what I mean? He couldn't eat by himself. He couldn't talk to me. He couldn't tell me I love you. There's so many things that he couldn't do. To have that experience in my book, it honestly changed my life. And there will be moments where I forget gratitude, but when I center myself back to it, then I always reassure myself that everything is actually okay. Everything is working out for my good. And oftentimes when we're looking for the end results, maybe it's in your fitness journey, you're looking for, oh, I want to be this size right now. It makes you doubt yourself, or you doubt your capabilities. Can I really get myself there? Can I really do this? But if you just start with where you are right now, what you have right now, your future self, even if it's 6 months from now or a year, is going to be so thankful that you just gave yourself that chance and really took that action right there and then. Number 5 is going to be learn more ways to contribute and improve my health. I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years now. I've been a professional bodybuilder for many of those years. And honestly, I've been fluctuating my hormones so much that I knew that I wanted to take a break, and I also want to prepare my hormones for multiplying. And so whether you are looking to multiply or just honestly be a healthy female overall, it's so important to invest in your health and to learn as much as you can. Not copy what you see, because a lot of y'all just copy. You don't do your actual research. Research is so important when it comes to your health. Also going to doctor's appointments, doing your physicals and your checkups, doing blood tests just to make sure that your organs are functioning, or just paying attention to when you're bloated or gassy. Things aren't moving the way that it should. And sometimes you don't realize that something is off because you've been in that state for so long, which many people don't even realize how bloated they are because they've been bloated all their life. You know what I mean? And also, don't expect your parents to know it all. I remember having a conversation with my mom recently, and she was like, hey, Shen, I'm sorry. I actually didn't know all of the information that you've been putting out. I'm learning from you. And my mom is 61. She didn't know any of this stuff. And so had I not have many redirections, because my first relationship is the reason why I got into bodybuilding, which led to personal training, which then led to becoming a nutritionist, and then led me to YouTube, I would not be here telling you all of the things that have improved my health, my mindset, my life, baby. I started out as the girl that was never picked, that guys never took seriously, and now I have a lineup. Baby, when I walk outside, who would not want to snatch me up? But I have an amazing man who, I don't even need his reassurance. But in order for me to have attracted you guys, amazing people in this world, into my life, I had to do the work. I had to take care of myself. As I take care of myself, everything that I've been learning and devoting my energy and time to, I'm able to multiply that. I'm able to pour into other people and teach them and guide them. And I'm not saying that you have to be a personal trainer or a nutritionist, but listen, I'm telling you, even on my second channel, if you are not already subscribed to Stronger with Shen, what are you doing? Because I'm dropping gems over there as well, all strictly health and wellness. But it's honestly changed my life. And when you take care of your health, you're gonna feel really confident, you're gonna glow, you're gonna radiate, babe. I never second guess myself against any female. And I don't compare myself. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I'm in my own lane. I've been in my own lane for a while now, and I don't see myself drifting anytime sooner. I love who I'm becoming. I'm focused on who I could possibly become, and that should be your own goal. You should not be looking at another woman's progress. Oh, maybe she does this. Mind your business and work on what you need to commit to, what you need to be consistent with, what you don't have the answers to, and go and find those answers. Your answers are not found on swiping. Your answers are found doing research and asking questions from people who are actually credible. Your health is the foundation of everything. You have nothing. Without your health, nothing exists. When my dad had his stroke and he was in a wheelchair, he literally needed people to pick him up, change his diaper, do this for him. And prior to that, he was out here living. Was he living intentionally? No, I don't think so, right? And so I'm sharing this experience with you for you to know that you got one life, you got one shot, you got this opportunity to make something shake of yourself, to take yourself seriously, to take your goals, your health, and everything inside seriously so it radiates on the outside, okay? A lot of y'all want to buy all these things and you want all these things. I'm telling you that you got to go through the ugly phase, because these things are going to be here. They're just materialistic things. But one day you are not going to be here. Okay? And what's stopping you from living your best life? Your health. I need you to send this video to all your friends. I don't care if they're on their fitness journey or they haven't even thought about it. I need you to send it to absolutely every female. They need to come across these 5 non-negotiables. I do have 5 more. I'm going to put that in a part 2 because I don't really want this video to be too long. It's pretty spicy. Your girl is on her 2nd day of her cycle, so she's giving you all this energy. But listen, I drifted a little bit off topic, but I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of my health goals, what I'm doing right now to improve my health. So recently I've added in superfoods. And so if you hop onto my 2nd channel, I talk about the 6 superfoods that I added into my daily routine, or at least my weekly routine, that's going to boost my energy, help me to sleep, help me to deal with my stress, stabilize my hormones. A lot of the times most women have PCOS or other health conditions or gut health issues just because their hormones are imbalanced. A lot of it is based on what you eat and how active you are, right? Calories in, calories out, everything makes a difference. And that's why I made a 2nd channel for you guys. And I really enjoy adding to you guys. And I really appreciate that you guys value my content, because every day that I wake up, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking about how can I transform and pour into you for you to become your healthier, happier self. I don't really care about the designers and the makeup. I'm more so just focused on you taking care of your actual health, so that when you do put an outfit on, you actually feel confident in it. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gone out with people and they're like, oh, you look so good. Oh my God, I look terrible. Why does that even come out of your mouth? And 2nd, I'm not dimming my light just to make you feel comfortable, ever. I'm not that friend. You need to come correct. If you know who I am, I'm going to show up as 200 out of 100. And that's how everyone should move. You should be showing up 200 out of 100. Because what? Why are you 10 out of 100? Let's get you to 200. I really hope you guys found value in this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Love chatting with you guys. I hope your week has started off on the right foot. And if not, don't worry. Let's go. Don't worry. You have a new minute. You have a new hour. You have a new day. Let's be great. All right. I'll see you guys in part 2. Just baby, any time of the day.